A video of falling with air resistance.
What is air resistance? Air resistance is the force of air particles against you while falling.
The faster your velocity, or the faster you are falling, the more air resistance you have. You can also have a large amount of air resistance if the surface area of the object falling is high. Object falls, the velocity and air resistance become equal. This is called terminal velocity. There are two terminal velocities, terminal velocity A and terminal velocity B. Terminal velocity A is before the parachute opens. Terminal velocity B is after it opens. Terminal velocity A, while you're falling through the sky, the faster your velocity, or the faster you are falling, the more air resistance you have. The air resistance decreases, and the upward force and acceleration decrease as well. Eventually, the upward air resistance will equal the downward force. This is terminal velocity B. Terminal velocity A, while falling through the air, the force of air resistance will push back up on you and equal that of the falling force.
In this video, you can see the object falling at terminal velocity A. And in this video, the object is falling in terminal velocity B, which is much slower than the first video. Eventually, your F air resistance will reach your F weight, and it will be equal or opposite to one another. Your F net will be 0 newtons, with an acceleration of 0 meters per second squared. This is when you have reached terminal velocity. To summarize, your initial velocity is at its lowest point of 0 meters per second. Your acceleration and net force, being directly proportional to one another, will be at their highest points. As you continue to fall, you will speed up, causing your F air to increase. The increase in your air resistance causes your net force and acceleration to decrease.
Finally, when one reaches terminal velocity, it means they are at equilibrium and moving at a constant velocity. Your velocity will now be at its highest point, while your acceleration and F net are at their lowest.